might go 63. 63 and a half. I have to go to 040 something for this. What is this one? I don't think I'm going to be able to measure it one-handed, but wow, 042. So I want to go to 047 because I'm going 5 thousandths larger. All right, we got our intermediate here. So this is up here is your idle. This is your intermediate, and then this is your wide open here. Okay, so this is withdrawn out of your jet, of course. Speaking to people who don't really entirely understand how this works. I'm going to taper this right in here from this diameter, which is set. This is where I need it to be here. I'm going to cut this on a taper down to this diameter, so there's not this abrupt change right here. Okay. Now you're going to run into this, cutting thin pieces and brass pieces like this, that the further away you get from the chuck, the more it's going to flex on you. You might be able to see a reverse taper on this. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to take about a half a pass, just back and forth. You could see that flex away from the cutter as soon as I get into it there. The closer you get to the chuck, the less it will deflect. What I'll do is I'll just run back and forth here a few times, cut as much of it as I can off where it's flexing on me. And then we'll just finish it up with a hand file right there. Wow, that was a shadow from a plane that just flew over. That was cool. I don't know if you guys got to see that on the camera. It was neat. Now, this jet isn't for Lockheed Martin. I mean, we're not going to, this isn't for SpaceX. We're not going to the moon with this jet here, this metering rod, so close is good enough. Let me get this down here to where I feel comfortable. With a level of quality, and then we just will continue to move on. See, I'm doing this a little bit at a time. I'm only cutting maybe a 1/2 inch, 5/8 stick out at a time, because if you put this in here like this and tried to come out here and cut this little end, well, it would just bend away from you. So you have to mount close to the chuck, and you have to cut real as close as you can to the chuck and work your way out when you're doing something like this. How's that look, guys? That looks pretty good to me. You see there's a little bend out here. I'm not concerned about that. Actually, right here I went a little bit too far. So I'm going to measure this right here. I want to stay right around 80 thousandths. Okay. Maybe at 85. Went back here. So we got that metering rod done and slapped the thing together and fired it up. Had to tune it in a little bit, but I will say the accelerator pump and the idle mixture screw, they're have a big effect on the tuning of the carburetor now, so that tells me that I'm getting pretty close. So first thing, I had the accelerator pump on the shortest stroke. That wasn't enough fuel. The transition, there was a bog there that I could mask by putting my hand over the carburetor. Then I went to the medium. There was still a little bog there. I could mask it. Then I went to the longest stroke on the accelerator pump. That was too much fuel because whenever I would mask it to try to cover the bog, it made it worse. So next video, I'll bring it back to the middle stroke. Might take the metering rod out and just take a hair off of it right on the transition where that taper is on the metering rod, and then we should be good to get some linkage made up and start burning some rods with it, which is the whole point of the whole thing. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I was surprised I got that all done today and back together, so I'm happy about that. I guess that does happen when you don't talk so much and you don't talk and you work. So keep on jeeping on, be careful out there, and we'll see you down the road, okay? Bye.